We get a 1, personal space, 2, personal space, 3.
Hey, hello listeners. This is just a quick disclaimer for this week's episode. As anyone that's listened to the show before knows, there can be some adult language, and anyone that's listening for the first time, please keep that in mind. We tend to be ourselves and not filter, so occasionally a bad word might come out. If you have any children in the room, please put on some headphones or have them put on some headphones. Thank you.
That I don't even care about this. I'm not even interested in having this skin on my personal space.
You're listening to the IDP Guys with Sean, John, and Nathan, the Wizards of Fantasy Football. Your go-to source for the individual defensive player strategy. And now, 3 guys who could only make an NFL team on Madden.
Alrighty, welcome to the IDP Guys, episode 128. Once again, I am the captain now. Look at me. And Nate is still getting married and shit, so it's week 8. We've got the mid-season shit show, and we got a couple special guests. Joey the Tooth and IDP Dude, why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Joey, lead off.
I'm Joey the Tooth, IDP. I write for IDP Guys and Dynasty Football Digest, formerly of the Dynasty Football Digest pod with my man Sean over here and Biddy. He was a special guest for most of the episode, but
mostly a special guest. We didn't really consider him part of the team, you know.
I got my own podcast out, the IDP Update, but I'm going to negate that for the week because I'm hopping on with the boys this week here in IDP Guys. Just pretty pumped about the year. Our squad's been freaking killing content. It's been pretty badass. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, we've been waterboarding people with content this year. It's been great.
I think I actually quoted that on the last podcast, Johnny. I think I said that. So as Johnny says, waterboard you with content.
Yeah, take this fucking content. Take it. And we've got IDP Dude. How are you, sir?
Not as impressive as Joey the Tooth, that's for sure. My list of credentials are not nearly as long.
I wouldn't call them credentials. They're just shit that I do.
And there's no waterboarding. There's no waterboarding of content on my end this year. I'm more of I don't know, what do you call it? Like a lurker. Like I lurk in the background and just like watch everything that goes on and see.
You're that guy sitting in the shadows while somebody's pouring water. You're just watching. You're like,
you're the CIA guy. Yeah,
pretty much. Just making sure shit,
just making sure the water
right.
You're like, damn, exactly. I hope they don't see my wire.
I love it.
Yeah, IDP Dude on Twitter. Haven't been very active that much this season, but you get my weekly rankings on the IDP Guys website. And that's all I got for right now.
Charts, bro. We do charts.
Yeah, you guys do charts.
Oh, the matchup charts. Of course. Yeah. It's actually been fun how we split that up too this year. I don't want to tell how we split it up because that kind of takes the bias into consideration. But
that's true.
I know we always split up who does what parts of the charts each week, so it's pretty cool.
Joey does whoever's playing against Jimmy Garoppolo, and you do the rest of them.
Listen, Jimmy's out for a while, bro.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get
there. I'm starting to join your team on that one, man.
No,
Jimmy's hurting me.
Well, thank you, because you should jump on Twitter and fight with me against these Jimmy Garoppolo fans that are coming at me right now.
See, my big thing is their window is still open. That team's good. They're full of injuries. They should just trade for Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan's not getting traded.
I know, but I would love to see him join Shanahan's system again.
I know. Yeah. Not happening.
There's no window. Your team's coming down to the Patriots level. It's over.
No. So yeah, I do things. People don't really know what I do. It's all behind the scenes. I do things, and people wonder what I do, but I do them.
Yeah, mostly.
So you're a lurker like me.
Yeah.
No, see, here's the thing. You're lurking. I'm like orchestrating things. I'm still doing things.
Yeah, mostly his palm though.
I look like a lurker though, and yes, mostly my palm. Like 4 days a week.
Love it. Love it. Well, this is Sean's special request. He said last time we did this, he's like, this is a great idea. We should do this more often. And then Nate was gone for 2 weeks. So like, let's just do a mid-season shit show. So here it is.
Yeah, I love it.
Here it is. And with that in mind, I've got a special opening question for you two. We'll go Joey IDP dude here for the order. So question of the week, opening question. What is the update on the small rodent black market? And has IDP dude been ranking feats and meats as well as every IDP position every week this season?
So the rodent black market. So I'm pretty sure. I'm thinking that Bob the Bobcat. I think he's like the head honcho. So my dogs had a run-in with him last summer, face to face on the side of the fence. He was as ballsy as anything. Just stared at him, walked away like a boss. I was like, damn, he scared the shit out of me. But I think after that confrontation, he talked to the dogs and said, I need you to take care of all the moles, rabbits, chipmunks, shit like that, and get them out of here because they're taking my food. So my dogs have since killed 5 moles, dug them out of the ground, killed them.
Jeez.
One of them caught a rabbit in the fenced area as it tried getting through the fence. It did escape because I ran over and I said, dude, put it down. So 5 moles, part of a rabbit, and my cat has caught 3 mice. So I'm pretty sure my dogs relayed the message that says, hey, you're my bitch now. You get the mice inside. I get the moles outside. So the rodents are gone and all the felines and the dogs are taking over. It's their gig now.
It's like a turf war.
Dude, the rabbit that was holding it down outside passed away last winter, and ever since it's just gone downhill.
Oh,
passed away.
I walked outside and it was laying on the freaking steps.
You don't say random like animals in nature pass away. It's like no, they died.
This was an important member of the community.
This rabbit had its own little kingdom outside, bro. That thing used to sit next to me when I would grill, and I would scratch it behind the ears. I swear to God, this thing was my homie.
I hate that I can relate to you in terms of scratching rabbits.
And so much that I named it Sula because Jim Tom Sula was the coach of the Niners back then.
Jesus Christ.
The emotional bond is strong.
Is there a way to mute Joey and just like move on with this podcast?
So how about the feats and meats? Let's get into that.
I don't know if what I have is better to follow up with because it's probably just as disturbing and weird. So
that's normal for
yeah, you know what? I'm so bummed because I really did want to get the Feats and Meats podcast off the ground this season, and it just has not come to fruition. So I don't know.
What is the target audience?
Anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, do you like meat?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're a vegetarian, but even vegetarians like the meat.
I'm not, but like, do I need to listen to a podcast about it and also hear about feet?
Why not? Yeah, man. So
kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
So
you got me there.
I did a little bit of a sneak. I was trying to find like a specific category to do like a sneak peek of what like the podcast would be, right? So I decided to do the top 5 for the worst celebrity feet.
Ooh.
White girls edition though, right?
Okay.
Semi-cute white girls.
All right. What do we got?
Top 5 worst feet. Coming at number 5. And everyone Google this at your own leisure after I give you these names, and you're going to be amazed. All right, coming in at number 5 is Katie Holmes. She got some ugly ass feet. Number 4.
My God.
Number 4. This is going to shock you. This is going to shock you because she's hot as fuck. Kate Beckinsale.
No, she is.
It ruined my vision. I'm like scarred forever, but she got some ugly ass feet. Coming in at number 3, Natalie Portman. Believe it or yeah, that's what I said. I was like, come on, this is ruining all of my. Never mind.
Oh, dude, you're not kidding. Oh my lord. Jesus.
Jeez.
Okay,
All right, where are we at?
Number two.
Number two. Emmy Rossum from Shameless. If anyone ever watched that show, the main girl.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, was it because of Shameless? Because of her character in Shameless? Or did you actually
No. You can actually find feet pics on all these people. I was just looking at them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're out there.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Why am I on this podcast?
All right. Coming in at the number one spot. Captain Marvel herself. Brie Larson.
Ooh, Brie Larson. Wow.
Captain Ugly Feet.
I want to point out that there are, I think, 4 superhero characters on here. Or characters from superhero movies, right? Because you got Brie Larson, Katie Holmes.
Oh, yeah.
There's 3. Yeah.
No, Katie, she's not in anything, is she? Katie Holmes?
I think she was.
Natalie Portman is. And she's going to be Thor, the She-Thor or whatever.
She-Thor.
Who is Portman?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
And yeah, Kate Beckinsale, who was, the Underworld series.
Right.
So those are my...
Katie Holmes was Batman Begins.
Oh, yes.
Damn. So they all have something in common. It's kind of weird.
Wow, that is weird.
It wasn't even planned.
It's almost like you just hate superhero movies. And it had nothing to do with anybody involved.
I was thinking of you, IDP dude, when Chris Evans' meat was out a couple weeks ago. You remember that?
Hell yeah. It's kind of weird.
Can we talk about how terrible it is that Chris Evans' dick comes out and you start thinking about IDP, dude?
So
that's a valid point.
I don't know what's more weird, if that or the fact that when I heard it was out there, I immediately went to look for it.
Oh yeah, instantly.
I mean, I had to see it. I'm like, dude, you gotta check out this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Were you impressed?
God, I have never once in my life wished Nate was running the show more than I do right now.
Look at me, I am the captain now. Yeah, I love it. So that's coming this summer. Feet to Meats podcast. I guess.
No, it isn't.
Probably
Johnny's been plugging this for like years now.
We already have a fucking t-shirt.
That's right. We have no podcast, but we have a t-shirt. It's unbelievable.
Has it sold any?
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys something that's actually off topic a little bit, but it's pretty embarrassing?
It's off topic. Is it more off topic than this?
Yeah. Have you ever gotten a black eye with a baby seat?
No.
Oh, look at that shiner.
How the hell did that happen? Oh my god.
Right. So you got those clamps that go to the freaking seatbelt tethers, right?
Yeah.
So it's got a release strap. So I'm pulling on the fucking thing and it won't release. So smart me, I decided let me just look a little closer. So as I'm looking closer, the thing freaking releases, smack myself right in the face with it.
Yeah, you're the guy where the gun misfires and you look down the barrel and then blow off your head.
Yeah. How did he die? Because he's an idiot.
Jesus, that is a pretty good shiner. People are gonna have to watch the YouTube version of this to see that.
When you said a black eye from a baby seat, I thought that was like street lingo for something.
Oh no! I hit myself in the face with a piece of baby seat.
If that's street lingo, I don't want to know what it is.
I love it. All right, so I guess we can get back on the tracks. So instead of, we usually do the how'd you do this week, we'll just do a mid-season check-in. How you guys doing in all your leagues? We'll go Joey first, IDP dude, Sean.
I'm doing pretty damn good, actually. Most of the leagues that Sean did, the COVID specials, freaking kicking ass in. I'm like doing well and have a lot of capital in most of them. I don't even understand how it happened, but it happened, and I'm pretty happy about it because in most of them I'm beating Sean, and that just makes me feel great. And my home league, the D League, my belt league that I've been the champion of numerous times, I'm third place in that, or fourth place now, I think. Johnny, you're in that one this year.
Yeah,
I've been outside of this week, I've been killing it, but this week I had a giant bye week and injury week. But
that's a great league. Yeah. So much going on. I love it. Yeah.
Freaking pass deflections and interceptions and sacks so high. It's just like
Yep.
Freaking cornerbacks galore.
I know, dude. I love streaming corner in that league. It is beautiful. Yeah, and we're both in the Shark League with all these sharks, and it's like you, me, and Mike Wohlert, and then everyone else, distant, way down, way down. Yeah. Shark, sure. IDP, dude, how you doing?
He just whooped my ass this week, actually.
I'm doing all right. I'm kind of middle of the road. I got a handful of leagues that I'm whooping ass, handful of leagues I'm getting my ass whooped, and then a handful of leagues where I'm kind of in the middle, swimming about, 500. So it's interesting because we were talking about this before the show started. I think this season really benefits those who are not in a ton of leagues because the waivers are so active. And when you're in like 20 leagues, I find it so hard to go on and submit, your waivers every week.
It's tough.
For injury.
Hard enough. Goddamn coward.
Yeah, well, that's probably true. I'm not.
Well, he's also got a wife and a career, and things Sean will never have.
Things that just get in the way of waiver wires, basically.
I do most of my fantasy football while I'm at work. That's when I write my articles. That's when I hit my waivers. That's when I send out my trade requests. Just like I'm at work. When people come by my computer, I switch screens.
Nice. It's awesome. I do most of my waivers Sunday morning when I go to set my lineup, and I'm like, oh shit, this dude's on COVID this week, or oh shit, this guy's got a bye. Let's see who's on there. So
that's brutal.
But I've been doing okay. So
yeah.
So this was actually my worst week so far this year. I only won 11 out of 22, which that being my worst week, going 500 is still pretty good. Unfortunately, it's been just kind of like rotating which leagues I win and lose in. So I have 3 leagues I'm under 500 in, and I think I only have 5 leagues that I'm 6-2 in. The rest of them, I'm either 5-3 or 4-4. I'm just kind of sitting there, and it's really frustrating because some of the leagues that I was like, okay, I'm calling it on the season, trading away players, getting draft capital. It's then I start winning. It's this is awful. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the season right now, but I'm still in the playoff race in 19 out of 22 leagues, which is kind of bizarre given how destroyed I've been by injuries, which is the reason Joey's beating me. Is most of the leagues that Joey's beating me, his team has been healthy and my team has been just absolutely wrecked.
Listen, I've been very active trading, dude. I've been trading like a hoss this year.
Yeah, so have I. And unfortunately, those trades involve Nick Chubb, Dak Prescott, Raheem Mostert. And it's just yep, okay, I'm going to trade for Chubb, and then in 6 leagues, and then he just goes down. It's
I made a very suspect trade. I got rid of McCaffrey, and I got Miles Sanders in, and Sean wanted to murder me for it. My fault, of course. It was.
I definitely offered you more.
You did, but I had already accepted the trade before you sent that. I should have never asked you what you'd give me because I already
you accepted it verbally.
I did. Verbally. I wouldn't feel bad if I didn't take it.
Yeah, an exception's an exception, verbally or otherwise.
Well, that's why you fucking shop, because he shopped, and within 15 minutes, I gave him a better offer.
I didn't even want to. I wasn't expecting to trade him. He just kept sending me offers, and I was like, you know what? If you're gonna give me somebody, give me Miles Sanders. And I was like, he just kept sending me offers. I was like, you know what? That one's pretty fucking good. Whatever. I have 17.
He sent me a text message. He's like, would you take this for McCaffrey? I was like, no, I would send you way more for McCaffrey. Don't accept anything until I talk to you.
And I was just shit. I already said yes.
Yeah, and he already said yes. So, and the worst part is that he already said yes, and he had no intention of taking any offer I sent him.
No. And I was still intrigued.
He still negotiated with me.
I was like, well, what are you?
We still did a back and forth.
I did
and then he said no and accepted the worst offer. I was like,
dude, if you saw my face when I was doing that, you were saying it. You're sending me these messages, and I was like, oh no, I just can't. I'm just telling myself, I'm like, but you know what?
I don't think I've ever been that mad at somebody that I'm friends with, that I'm in a league with. You know, like most of the people I get that mad at, it's like, who the fuck is this clown? It's like, no, this is Joey. I know who this clown is. And I'm friends with him, and I am furious with him as a human being right now for the way that I've just been treated over the last hour.
Listen, I made it up to you later that day with the Hopkins trade.
But I got blue-balled. You blue-balled me.
I did, totally, 100%.
Jesus Christ.
And my other claim to fame for this past 3 weeks, I joined a league with the guys from the IDP Army. So Jordan, Jared Gray, and Chef Steve.
Mm-hmm.
I just beat every single one of them the past 3 weeks.
Well, that's not all that hard. I mean, let's be honest.
It was a good feeling.
Yeah. No, that's good though. That's cool. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good in all the money leagues, and that's what matters. And then I'm in first place in that D league, which is great. Love that league.
Who'd you lose to?
I don't even know.
That was me.
Was
we
it
just sign him off?
Yeah. Well, whatever. It's he's in fourth. I'm in first.
Yeah,
I don't care.
yeah.
Like it's fine.
I don't want to see him dance again.
Yeah, me and IDP dude are with some other. I think Justin Varnes for lead of the Blue Division IDP Invitational. So that's pretty cool.
I just lost in the Invitational with 314 points.
Oh my!
Sucks.
How is that possible? That's insane.
And I lost on Monday night to Tom Brady.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That's a lot of points for that league.
Don't count out touchdown Tom.
Yeah.
No, he had somebody that went completely off, and it freaking broke my heart.
It was probably like
It wasn't
Adams
Dalvin
or someone.
It was somebody else.
But yeah, it's been a good season. Good with the DFS. It was another $100 week too, so I can just keep buying cowboy vests. That's
there you go.
That's how I'm going to invest.
Dude, just buy a Ben DiNucci. Just buy a Ben DiNucci jersey already.
My Tremaine Edmonds jersey is in the mail though, so
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, Bill's store is doing a clearance.
They're 5 and what are they?
They're 6 and 2. They're 6 and 2
in their clearance.
Yeah, well, I mean,
The
it was
way
like it was like a color rush or something. So
They shouldn't have won that game on Sunday, by the way.
that dude,
Hey.
what? Yeah,
The Patriots
IDP
should
dude.
have won. They should have won.
You,
but Cam
sir,
Newton fucking,
you, sir, are one of the rare Patriots fans on this podcast. Tell us about your feelings of Mr. Newton there fumbling right at the end.
Don't you live near Buffalo?
Yeah, I do.
Time to change alliances.
No, I can never. Yeah, you know what? I was sitting there watching the game, and I said to myself, whatever you do, don't fumble the ball. Because I knew he was going to run it. And I'm like, don't fumble the ball. And like literally 2 plays later, he fumbles the ball. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, come on, dude. You have one job. They had that game. I mean, they were driving down the field. They were looking good. And I don't know. I mean, it was a good knockout for sure. The strip was good. So
What was that? AJ Klein, I think?
No, it was
Someone.
some random like 4th string linebacker Zimmer or something. I don't know. He played in like the Canadian Football League.
Yeah, it
or
was like
something like that.
Zeiler or something like
Yeah.
that.
But
That
no,
was
that
Mike Zimmer, coach of the Minnesota Vikings.
Right,
came
yeah,
out
he
and
put on a
swung
helmet, age 75, and was like,
He's punching the ball.
but yeah, you know what? The first couple weeks.
Speaking of coaches playing, real quick, Johnny, would you rather have Ben DiNucci or Kellen Moore play quarterback right now?
Right now? Oh, I don't really care. I mean,
if you're trying to win a football game right now, would you rather start
probably Kellen Moore because he understands the offense better.
So you would rather start your offensive coordinator than
But full disclosure, I'm not trying to win football games now. I'm trying to lose football
I'm saying
games.
if you were. I'm just saying like this is a very unique situation where the offensive coordinator is so young that he could actually like
he could step back.
He could still go in there and play quarterback.
Yeah, it's wild. Totally wild. All right, so we got a lot of bad news. Let's get to it, as usual.
What's up, guys? It's Josh,
Adam,
and Bobby
here with the Big 3 IDP podcast. And if you've never listened to our show before,
Here's just a taste of the insanity that you will get week in and week out with the Big 3 IDP podcast.
Skunks are so cute.
We just ate White Castle at like 10:45 at night.
I tell you, one I liked about it a little bit more was Jeffrey Simmons.
Ooh, did you say a Bartman, like Steve Bartman? I don't like Bartman in Chicago this year. He's going to catch too many foul balls.
You know it's all about getting real and getting down to business and getting down to the facts.
Slide 'em in, slide 'em out.
It's right.
So, if you would like more of the shenanigans that you just heard in these little snippets, be sure to subscribe to the Big 3 IDP podcast wherever you get your podcast, Addy. Listeners are guaranteed to have a good time.
Hey, you can't afford not to do this, baby.
That's right, baby.
This week's news.
Alrighty. Another news medium week, none of it good. We'll start with the big one. George Kittle out 8 weeks, broken foot. Joey, I think you're the one we got asked about that initially.
Tank for Trevor.
You're not bad enough to get a quarterback. Get out of here.
Got some
Shut them
catching up
all
to do.
down. Everybody's injured. Shut it down.
You got to bench Kyle Shanahan if you want to
I
tank for
know.
Trevor.
I know. No, it sucks. But Jordan Reed's might be back this week. Ross Dwelly fills in pretty nicely. I mean, as much as Kittle is important to that team, they have tight ends that can fill in and play. I mean, the biggest thing is it's going to put more attention on Brandon Ayuk, so I think he's going to have a tough attack.
Mhm.
But, I mean, yeah, it sucks. I just want to see Kittle come back healthy next year because this year's already lost. We're 4-4, sure, but everybody's fucking injured on IR.
Yeah, it's not great.
It must be nice to be calling your season at 4-4.
Lost. I know.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, when you're coming off of this, 1 quarter away from a damn fucking Super Bowl, one Emmanuel Sanders overthrow away from a freaking Super Bowl.
Jimmy Garoppolo overthrow.
Well,
Don't blame that.
Sanders put it in.
Let's put the blame where it belongs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, you guys will be fine eventually. Not this year,
Yeah.
though. All right, Nathan Gary, short-term IR, total shit show at Eagles linebacker. Who do you guys want out of the linebackers there? There's a whole bunch of them. They all played about the same, although Edwards did the best.
Yeah, I think Edwards is the guy. I would love to see Davion Taylor start playing.
I don't think they want to.
I don't think they do either. Like they're trying to hold him out as long as possible. Like he's obviously too raw to play right now.
Yeah,
but
There
like
are others.
Alex
have,
Singleton.
Yeah, Singleton.
Was it Sean Bradley, I think?
Duke Riley.
Oh, yeah, Duke Riley.
Duke
from
Riley's
Atlanta.
hurt too, isn't he?
No, he played last
No,
week.
he played.
Oh,
Yep.
did he? Okay, he just got
God.
back from getting hurt.
That's got to
Yeah.
be the worst linebacker core.
That's bad.
It's,
in
it's not
NFL.
great. Yeah,
It's got to
not
be
great.
Edwards. I'd have to take Edwards for sure.
Yep. All right.
I just want to see Davion Taylor play. I like
Mine as
trial
well.
by fire.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll get there. Okay, Bradley McDougall to IR. Ashton Davis played 100% of snaps. Well, I mean, obviously there's interest. How much interest?
Dynasty or redraft?
How about rest of this season?
Rest of the season, mild interest.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I mean, if
Right.
you're a McDougal, shareholder and you lost him, for sure pick him up. But I wouldn't go chasing him if you already have your people.
Yeah.
He's really good in coverage. He's not a box guy. Like that's not what he does best. So to me, if you're playing in a big play league, he's going to have his opportunities and hopefully he makes them, but he's not a tackle guy.
Do you think the Jets will kind of revert to their Williams defense from last year and send Ashton Davis back like they had Marcus May?
I have no idea what they're going to do
That would
because
suck.
they have
kill his
two.
value.
Well, they have 2 free safeties playing safety right now, so I don't know what they're going to do with them.
Mm-hmm. Avery, speaking of Jets shit show, Avery Williamson of Pittsburgh. I mean, I think this hurts his value quite a bit. What do you guys think?
Yeah, less
Yeah.
opportunity.
Oh yeah,
It's probably good for Hewitt and who? Cashman, right?
Yeah. He just came off IR. Should be good this week, I think.
So should be good to go.
I think Cashman's been good the last couple of weeks. He just hasn't played because Avery Williamson.
They said on Friday he tweaked his hamstring a little bit, but yes, he should be good to go. Marlon Humphrey got the Rona. That's not great. Especially it was the day after the Pittsburgh game, so he covered everyone at least once.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Eric Ebron put out a great tweet of Marlon Humphrey like hanging over his back, covering, just said, "This is not social distancing," and then a bunch of cry emojis. It's like, yeah, okay.
That's pretty funny.
That's good.
Well played. That's well played.
So I think, sorry, is it Cleo Dorsey would fill in for Humphrey?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
It might be someone to stream if you're desperate at cornerback.
Yeah, I just know they're starting 3. They haven't had any injuries yet this year, so I haven't really had to look further.
That might actually put other people in jeopardy too. I know Patrick Queen might be out, pending. It was Patrick Queen and a couple of other Deshaun Elliott.
He is. Deshaun Elliott and Patrick Queen both got put on the list today.
Yeah.
That's further down the list here. Not great. Not great. Yeah. Okay, further Niners shenanigans. Quan Alexander to the Saints.
Love it.
Yeah?
I do.
I
love
for Greenlaw.
Exactly. Dre Greenlaw's filled in perfectly. He played great last year. I mean, Alexander's having a tough time getting healthy, so you send him to the Saints, relieve some cap space, get a 5th in return, and then you get a little bit of depth with Kiko. I mean, Kiko can still play if he has to.
Right.
I mean, he's not going to win you games or anything, but if you need, it's just added depth. He's now to the role Greenlaw was in.
Yep.
So I love it. I think it's a great.
I'm not happy about it because I've worn my Quan Alexander 49ers jersey twice, I think. And now that shit's outdated.
Oh, man.
I guess it's a throwback.
Yeah. There you go. Throwback. Love it. So, yep, that was fun. Sean, anything on that?
Nope.
Okay. Desmond King to the Titans. Jonathan Joseph released. Shake-up. Cornerback shake-up.
So, I think Desmond King's good. The big thing is, in terms of fantasy, his biggest value is return yards. Mm-hmm. And he hasn't really been returning. And he's going to a team where they have a Dory Jackson when he comes back. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't really gain much there,
and
in my opinion.
Khalif Raymond, too. He's been returning, hasn't he?
He's better than Khalif Raymond.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
All righty. We'll see how it shakes out. Jimmy G, 6 weeks ankle.
Nick Mullins, baby.
Yeah, he looked a lot better, man. He came in and just
probably a better thing for the Niners.
Yeah. Yep.
I think he's so.
I was gonna argue, but it's like, no, you're right.
I don't know.
With
maybe
Nick Mullins and Jimmy G, they have like a very, very similar play style. It's just Nick Mullins has more balls,
and
he's not afraid to go down the field.
So he has 3.
Well, we're still on the fence about how many Jimmy has. Nobody knows.
No, wait a minute. Only one of them makes a good husband though, and that's Jimmy G. So,
I mean,
he's handsome. Know that.
I do know that.
Nick Mullins might be a great husband.
He might be a great guy.
Yeah, he's not a trophy husband though. Jimmy G's a trophy husband. I could take him to the golf course and show him off.
Jimmy G might just be might just be an asshole though. Like we just don't know. It's like he could be one of those. He could just be like a really good-looking guy who's just an asshole, and meanwhile, Nick Mullins is just like a good dude. He's like he's the one that you're rooting for in the romantic comedy, where it's like, oh man, like if that like gorgeous dude could just get out of the picture, this girl could see that this guy is really good dude, and that's who she belongs with.
I feel like Sean's been through this story.
Yeah, it's like Shallow Hal.
Yeah. Shallow Hal. Jimmy G edition.
Oh, geez.
Love it. Yep. So more fun for the Niners. Trey Flowers to IR. Lions. Thoughts, Sean?
The team's garbage. Move on.
Mm-hmm. And just for the record, I'd like to.
I said move on.
No. It's not. It's nothing bad. I'd like to commend Sean for vanquishing his enemies on Twitter this week. It was a true display of revenge and vengeance.
I've been vicious
weeks in the making.
Past couple of weeks.
Yeah, and you just sat on it and waited till the perfect moment, and then bam, just let him have it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, if you engage me on Twitter and you provide like opinions that you have some sort of backing for, where it's like, I like this player because of this, or I don't like this player because of this, or I think this because of this. I engage discussion and I appreciate that. It's the people that come at me. I had somebody come at me the other day that said, watch more football. That was in response to me saying that I don't think the Lions are Super Bowl contenders and explaining why. It was like, yeah, no, the Lions are not Super Bowl contenders this year. This is why. And someone just came at me and said, watch more football. And it's like, wow. Okay.
Angry Lions fan.
Now I have to destroy you. And I'm not, I'd say I'm not taking pleasure, but I am taking pleasure in this. I will destroy you. And this has been my whole week, is just people coming at me with random ass takes with no substantiation and me just having to destroy them.
Yep.
You know what the worst part of that whole thing though is? You'll sit there and destroy them and they'll just go, okay, block.
I love that. No, that's great. That means I destroy them and they never come back to me again.
This is true. Okay, so yep, that happened. Andy Dalton to COVID IR. That was DiNucci, but now it might be Cooper Rush. Bottom line, doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Dude. And they got the Steelers this week.
With that receiving core, why don't you guys just trade for Fitzpatrick and just let him air it out?
Especially when you're like one game back in the division when you have one win. Like,
I know.
Dude.
It's not a terrible idea.
I mean, he could actually win games for you guys. He could actually like make you a contender-ish.
And Fitzpatrick is really good at protecting his O-line, where it's like, if you have a bad O-line, it's fine. Fitzpatrick will air it out.
Oh, yeah.
He sees the pressure come in, just sling it.
Gone. He doesn't care. It's pick, whatever.
Who cares?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 8:16 on Tuesday. I think we're done.
I know.
So whatever. Okay, Packers running back situation. If you guys had to bet on someone to play this week, who the hell would it be?
Dexter Williams.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
There you go.
Yep. They all got the Rona or got exposed to the Rona. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I'm not playing any. I'm not playing any of them, no matter what. Even if I know that Dexter Williams is playing, I'm not starting him.
Is Aaron Jones like doubtful. Completely out? Okay.
Yeah, he's still got the calf thing, right?
And Tyler Irvin's not a every down back by any means.
Right. So it could be Tyler Irvin or Dexter Williams. And my thing, and they're both scat backs, but my thing is I'm probably going to be wrong, and the Packers will have one running back that goes off. But there's no way to tell which one it's going to be, so I'm not gambling on that. You know,
they're going to put a fullback in there to block, and they're going to throw it to Devontae Adams like 85 times.
Hell yeah. Adams has been hot money DFS last couple of weeks. Jesus. Although that one was obvious. Minnesota's secondary is Jesus Christ. Woo! Awful.
Jeez.
The dumpster fire.
By the way, did we hear what happened to Cam Dantzler? Because that injury was scary.
No, I heard. I was listening to the game on the radio. It just said he got hit. What was it? I don't know.
It was a neck injury, and he wasn't moving when he got taken off the field on a stretcher. So.
Well, no news must be good news, because if he was like paralyzed, we would have heard something.
I don't know. We'll see.
Did you hear about the college player that got airlifted out the other day?
Yeah, he was.
I heard about
it was
that.
better though, right? Like he was starting to feel his extremities and whatnot.
Yeah, but Jesus, that was scary. Like, holy crap.
All right, so Kim Dantzler has full movement of his body. Last thing we heard was 2 days ago. He underwent an X-ray at Lambeau Field out of caution. He's been transported to a nearby hospital. So when we say no news is good news, it's like, yeah, good news in the sense that like he's still moving, but it still sounds like this might be something that isn't good, period, long term.
Oh, yeah. Of course it's not good. But we'll keep an eye on it. We talked about Patrick Queen and Deshaun Elliott earlier. They got moved to the COVID IR. That was all I had. Was there anything trade-wise that happened in the last couple hours that I just didn't write down?
Not that it really matters, but he could find a job somewhere. Vic Beasley got released by the Titans.
Isaiah Ford got traded to the Patriots. That's actually a really nice waiver pickup if you're desperate.
They have a passing offense there. I'm just confirming that.
Maybe they'll pick up Dante Pettis.
Okay, so Dante Pettis is an interesting one because, like, in deep dynasty leagues, Joey, go fuck yourself. Don't you steal my idea. I have put in a lot of claims for Dante Pettis because I'm interested to see where he goes. Like, he might end up on the Jets, where it's like, yeah, suddenly, like, you're a starter on the Jets.
Yep.
You know, Sean, I still have a lot of free agent bucks. I think I'll just go put it all down on Dante Pettis everywhere.
I mean, this is what you do. You just steal my takes and roll with them and ride them to victory because you have more free agent bucks.
That's right. Do a better job.
Love it. All right. So that's it for news. We're just going to review last week's gut checks. We don't have new ones, so we'll bang that out real quick. Back in a second.
MyFantasyFootballShirt.com is your place to get top quality fantasy football gear. Get yourself some merch from some of your favorite podcasts. Need some custom shirts for your league? Contact us today. Just go to MyFantasyFootballShirt.com.
Gut check.
Alrighty, it's the part of the show where we take two sets of defenders, one set of offensive guys, compare them together, see who you want and why, and that's it. That's all you have to explain. You don't have to go any further. It's gut checks. We don't have any for this week, but last week we had Jalen Smith or Roquan Smith, IDP dude Joey. Who do you guys want out of those two, just in general?
I'm taking Roquan.
Same.
It was Roquan 55% to 45%, 187 votes. Pair of safeties, John Johnson or Jeremy Chin. Who do you guys want?
Chin.
Yep.
73% to 27%, Jeremy Chin. 169 votes. Nice. And the offensive one was a pair of running backs, Aaron Jones or Dalvin Cook. Who would you guys take out of there?
Taking Dalvin Cook.
Same.
57%, 43%, Dalvin Cook. All right, so that was gut check. We're going to bang out the listener questions, then we'll get to our mid-season shit show awards show extravaganza. Alrighty, it's listener questions. They're questions from listeners, and sometimes they come from the Slack chat, and sometimes they come from Outlook. This week, we got one of each. This one from Cuddling with Jimmy G at Outlook.com asks, is there any hope for the Niners this season? Joey, that seems like that's directed at you.
No, shut it down. Shut it down. No, there's no hope. Jimmy G's out. Nick Mullins will play all right, but you got Bosa's on IR. D Ford's on IR. You just traded Quan Alexander. Your secondary playing well, but is very injured. I mean, Emmanuel Moses is playing great. Jason Verrett's got a new shot of life in him, but number one, it's not worth at this point. And I mean, the NFC West is so good.
Yeah.
It's not worth even trying at 4-4. So I think, honestly,
that's the hardest division in football this year.
Yeah.
Easy.
I mean, they have the most points scored and the least points given up of any division.
Yep. Crazy, man. Okay. And the second question was from Chris W. in our Slack chat. He said, pick one of these safeties for a bye week spot start. He's got Daniel Sorensen, who I'm taking against Carolina, Eddie Skid Marks Jackson against Tennessee. I guess that's a decent option too. Justin Reed Houston against Jacksonville. Josh Jones Jacksonville against Houston. Kevin Byard against Chicago. Eric Rowe against Arizona. And Jabril Peppers against Washington. Sorensen has been red hot and played 95% of snaps this week. He's got a hybrid safety role is what they're calling it over there. And holy shit, it's like he's back to what he was at the end of last year. Plus. So I'm going Sorensen. Plus Carolina has a top 10 passing offense. Not many people know that. What do you guys got?
I like that call. I think when I looked at the list initially, I think Jones jumped off for me. So I think
call.
Initially I would say Jones and Sorensen. I mean, I think those are both good options.
Yeah, I like Sorensen too. I mean, the linebacker group in KC isn't really great as it is. So, I mean, he's probably the best linebacker they have. He's the only one that can cover.
And Honey Badger's playing a lot of corner, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't have a PFF subscription, but this is what a reader told me, and I was like, thank you. I didn't know that.
Honey Badger does that though. He bounces between the hybrid corner safety role. That's what he does.
Yep. Sean, who would you take out of these safeties? 1 week spot start.
Well, I didn't hear the question, so give them to me.
Daniel Sorensen against Carolina. Daniel Sorensen against Carolina. Skid Marks Jackson against Tennessee. Justin Reed against Jacksonville. Josh Jones against Houston. Byard against Chicago. Eric Rowe against Arizona. Or Jabril Peppers against Washington.
I kind of like Josh Jones against Houston.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we got 2 Jones, 2 Sorensen. I think you're fine either way there. That's
for sure.
Those are both solid. Okay, so
funny thing is though, beginning of this year, who would have thought you'd be taking Sorensen or Jones right now?
Yeah.
I know.
I mean,
things have gotten weird.
Just saying, I was a big Josh Jones guy.
Listen, I called him before last year started.
Okay. We'll get to predictions shortly here. Joey,
your own hand. See where I had him ranked in the preseason.
It's not tooting my horn at all. I claimed before last season started, it was
Twitter account.
I said that he was going to have 100 tackles because he was going to play like a box safety role for Green Bay. He didn't have 1 tackle that entire season. They fucking released him.
All right, next question.
All right. That's it for listener questions. We don't have a drop for this because this is a special thing, mid-season awards show. So we're gonna go position by position, only on defense. No dirty offense over here. And we've got best for each position, top 5s for each position, best value, best rookies. So we'll start with the best at each position. Who you guys got it? Inside linebacker.
I'd like to propose that we do top 5, but we also list the best at the same time since we're going to list.
Combine it. Yep.
Right, Joey.
So we'll start inside linebacker. Give us your 5 with the best at top.
All right.
Joey, you're up.
Devin White. Devin White's been killing it. Blake Martinez, Roquan Smith, Eric Kendricks, and Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, I have.
That's my 5.
Yeah, I've got all of them.
It was close. I did not. Okay, so we'll skip Johnny here. Who is your top one, Johnny, out of that group?
I got Blake. I mean, it's different order. It's Martinez, Smith, Kendricks, Wagner, and then Devin White or Levante David.
Damn.
Okay, so mine was a little different. I got Dion Jones 1 because Dion Jones was cheap this year. And I know we got a section for value, but it's like Dion Jones was close enough to everybody else that the value made up for it. All the people that were worried about injury.
Yep.
I got Bobby Wagner 2nd, Levante David 3rd, Fred Warner 4th, because those are kind of the guys that you trusted, you drafted high, they did well, you feel good about it. And then I got Devin White 5th because he is the top linebacker right now, but also like you were having to pay absurd prices to acquire Devin White in the offseason.
Right. And Indy had a bad game against like Chicago and Carolina, and all the new people were panicking. Like
most of his points came off one game where he had like a 39-point game by our scoring, and it was like, like that's great. That wins you the week for sure. That's awesome. But I'd rather have 15, 20 points a game.
Yes, absolutely. And part of that's that defense is so good. Not everyone can eat when Chicago's in town, running 14 times. Period.
Yeah. That said, Levante David, I think, is one of the best actual football player linebackers in the league. So he's one of the guys that, I'm willing to invest in high linebacker. I usually don't, because I feel like there are a lot of guys that you can get later that will produce decently. Levante David is one of those that it's like, okay, I'll invest high in because I'm super confident you're going to be good no matter what. There's no variance here. You're going to be a good linebacker. Him, Demario Davis are really the two that Fred Warner also. Those are the guys I feel that way about.
Do we have anyone that didn't make that list right there?
I have Zach Cunningham.
Ooh, okay. So,
but I have him at 5.
That's fine. So
he's been great.
For fantasy. He's been great. I specifically deliberately left him off my top 5 because he has not been good as an actual linebacker. He had trouble in college, missing a lot of tackles. He's missing a fuck ton of tackles this year. He's been really bad in coverage. He's been a product of the scheme. And so for me, when I look at someone like that, I'm looking at guys like Alec Ogletree, that it's like, yep, you put up fantastic production, but suddenly you fall off the face of the earth because you're not actually all that good of a linebacker, and suddenly you don't have a starting job on a team.
Didn't they just pay him?
Zach Cunningham?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I think you're safe this year. They're not going anywhere.
Right. I'm coming at it from a dynasty perspective, as always. From a dynasty perspective, if I'm looking at it this year, it's like, he's had great production, but I'm not putting him in my top 5 linebackers this year because he's played poorly. Same reason Jalen Smith isn't touching my top 10. It's like Jalen Smith has put up great points, but he's been actually terrible as a player.
Yeah.
That dude may not be on the team in a year or two,
Yep. But yeah, no doubt. Cunningham, great year. Okay, outside linebacker. Let's switch it up. IDP, dude, what do you got? Who are your... I mean, this is probably going to be different for everyone, too, depending on the site and shit.
Yeah. I think for me, obviously, well, not obviously, I have Mac at 1 as my best. I have Watt, JPP, Zadarius Smith. And then, God, for the 5th spot, I mean, I put Hassan Reddick, Van Noy, and Shaq Barrett.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people consider Van Noy
I do.
outside linebacker. I mean, it depends. Every site, every depth chart's different.
Right.
Some people are listed as an inside linebacker, and they fucking play on the line. So I don't know.
So I had mostly the same. So I had Watt over Mac. Then I had Pierre Paul, Zadarius Smith. But then 5th spot, I had Emmanuel Ogbah, who's been fucking crushing it this year, 6 sacks in 7 games.
See, I have him as a DN.
I got him as DN.
Spoiler alert, he's in my top DEs. So.
Same here.
Okay, so I got him as an outside linebacker because that's where he is on Sleeper. So, but yeah, I'll let you guys give your piece about Ogbah, but he's also my value pick because he's been killer.
Yes, he's been a great value. I got all the same shit as you guys, just different order. TJ Watt, Zadarius, then Khalil. Although Khalil has costed probably the least, him and Zadarius, at least compared to TJ Watt.
Sure.
Shaq Barrett and Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, I got one different guy in there at 5. I got TJ Watt, Khalil Mack, JPP, Hassan Reddick, and then Bud Dupree.
Yeah, he's been good too.
Like that one a lot.
Yep. Sweet. Okay. Any other outside linebackers that could make this list? It hasn't been a crazy OLB season. Really.
It really hasn't.
Wait till we get to the rookie OLBs.
Oh, I know. There's
Reddick
nothing
on here.
There's nothing.
It's disgusting.
Wait, can I do a spoiler for that?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so for the rookie OLBs, I put no fucking clue.
I put a question mark after mine.
I literally wrote that because I'm
this
like,
guy,
I don't know.
Question mark? I guess.
Yeah. No, it was supposed to be Caleb
I think I went
right?
Alex Highsmith or Bryce Huff.
I went Caleb on Chason, but I put a question mark. I was like, I mean, I guess like he played a couple weeks.
Yeah.
There's like a whole 1 sack and like 2 tackles.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was like the worst edge class I've seen in a very long time.
Not ideal.
Yeah.
You want to do DEs? Sean, why don't you start with the DEs?
Okay, so 1 I got Garrett.
Oh yeah.
3 I got Bradley Chubb. 4 I got Brian Burns. 5 I got DeForest Buckner. I didn't miss it. I'm getting to it.
Who goes?
I got Brandon
Graham at 2.
No,
I got Brandon Graham at 2.
I have him at 2.
Dude,
he's up there.
He's been crushing it, and I got him off the waiver wire in 7 leagues.
Yep.
Off the waiver wire.
Yep.
We have 53-man rosters, and I got him off the waiver wire in 7 leagues, and he is saving my ass.
It's surprising. Yep. I did not expect to see him there.
I did not either. I mean, like, it was one of those things where I saw him there. I was like, okay, like, Eagles, they don't have much in the way of pass rush, and they're going to need to start somebody. Hopefully they blitz, generate some pressure. He comes into some cleanup sacks. Pick up Brandon Graham. Let's see what happens. And it worked. And that was not at all what I expected. I lucked into that big time. It's been great.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can all agree Garrett won, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I've got Stephon Tuitt in there. He's been doing really good. Aldon Smith, even though he's kind of cooling off. Calais Campbell, Montez Sweat. I did mine more based on value at the moment.
I went Garrett 1, Graham 2, Stephon 2 at 3. Agabo was my 4. And then I actually put DeMarcus Lawrence at 5. He started off wicked slow, but the past few games,
holy shit.
This last game I watched, man, he was all over the place.
Yeah. And Griffin's gone.
He's got 7 tackles for the loss. I think he had like 5 in the past 2 games.
Yep. And here's the thing. For the first time all year, he led all defensive ends in playing time. Finally, this last week. So things are looking good. IDP, dude, anything different? Or what do you got?
Slightly different. In one spot. So I have Garrett 1, Graham 2, Smith 3, Aldon Smith 3. Number 4, and this is purely on fantasy. Romeo Aguara, number 4.
On the value pick?
No, just DE in general. Not saying that he's playing outstanding, it's just he's putting up, for me, decent fantasy points.
He is.
He doesn't always look the best out there, but he's giving me what I want. So
plus Flowers gone.
Right.
Yep. Exactly.
Right.
That's going to be a better thing for him.
Nope. Flowers being gone doesn't affect him at all. They are totally separate roles.
Flowers. Wait. So
it would be who? Hand?
Or Griffin?
No, we have no idea who's going to play there right now because they don't really have another. It might be Hand. They don't really. So they're 2 edge rushers. They have Trey Flowers playing like a defensive end, and then Romeo Aquara plays a jack role where he's he's a on the line linebacker. So it's like 4 linemen and then an additional linebacker that does things sometimes. Aquara is playing that linebacker, and Trey Flowers is playing the defensive end. We have no idea what's going to happen at the defensive end position.
Do you think they just change like their scheme altogether because they don't know what the fuck's going on?
I think the Lions are incapable of change. We've run Adrian Peterson into the dead center of the pile for about half a yard,
Well, weren't you guys
2
doing
weeks.
that 3 safety shit a lot more early in the season? I remember seeing that, and now it barely happens.
Doing what?
3 safety stuff.
Oh no, that was last year. We did it a little bit this year, but like that's why Tracy Walker went from our best graded player to one of our worst graded players, because he had a very specific role last year that he was good in, and he's not good in whatever they're asking him to do this year. Same thing with Devy. Devy's terrible. Adrian Peterson is the worst graded running back by PFF in the entire NFL right now. And we run him 12 times a game. So
love it.
Don't trust anything from Detroit.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So I don't know about you guys, but my 3 least favorite defenses just to write about, to look at: Detroit, Miami, and New England. Easy. Such a shit show every fucking week.
And thank New England for all of that.
Yes. Yeah, they started it. Yeah.
Although I'm finally getting some return on my Juwan Bentley.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Stop.
I invested heavily in Juwan Bentley.
I actually did
very small return, but it's starting
It's consistent though. It's consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big return compared to what you paid for it though.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. All right, defensive tackles. I mean, I think we can all agree the cheek splitter is number 1, Mr. Donald.
Yep.
All right, Joey, who you got 2 through 5?
Akeem Hicks at 2, Quinnen Williams 3, Sheldon Richardson 4, and then Shelby Harris at 5.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. I saw that. I just couldn't do it though. I mean, yeah, he's good. I just don't trust him enough. I went Donald, Hicks, Richardson, Dalvin Tomlinson.
I know. I love Tomlinson. He's my value.
Buckner Jones, just because I think they will catch up at some point this season.
I have Donald, Leonard Williams, Buckner, Hicks, Richardson.
We're all kind of close. I got Donald, Hicks, Quinnen Williams, Leonard Williams, and then Chris Jones in there. And I think part of that is just that we had different ranking or different designations of DN and DT.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That all sounds about right. Anyone else that deserves to be in there? I just think value-wise, though, Dalvin Tomlinson has been incredible this year. Like,
I get him in every league.
I didn't have to pay shit.
He's my value pick when we get to the value.
Yeah, he's been great. Okay. Safety, unless anyone has any objections. No. Okay.
Does anybody have anyone other than Buddha at 1?
No.
Okay. Explanation that he's the only healthy one of the big 3.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Move on from there then. Joey, go ahead.
Who you got 2?
Poyer, Chin, Bates, and Antoine Winfield.
Nice. Yeah, I went Poyer, Bates, Chin, Justin Simmons. Doesn't matter though. I mean, Winfield could be there just as well.
I went Chin, Poyer, Bates, Simmons / Neal.
Oh yes. Neal.
Yeah. So I left Poyer off my list just because he's injured. And I don't. Yeah, he got injured. He's out for this next week, I think.
Jordan Poyer?
Oh, good to know.
I didn't
think so.
No, I didn't hear that shit. Oh, look. Go ahead.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw he was out this next week, so I left him off because we don't know how long.
It's Micah Hyde that got injured.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, either way, I did leave him off because I thought he was injured. So I had Jesse Bates, Chin, Winfield, Simmons.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, we all got the same guys basically. Cool. Cornerback. This could be a shit show. IDP,
no, let's go.
Who you got?
Let's go.
Number 1, Malcolm Butler.
Fuck you.
Pierre Desir.
Yep.
Marlon Humphrey, but
Oh yeah.
Logan Ryan. And then for the last, I put Jamal Dean or Carlton Davis because they're both great for IDP purposes.
God,
Yep.
you're trash.
Yep. No, I hear you.
Yep.
We'll leave Sean till last. Joey, who you got?
I actually at 1 I have Carlton Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
2 Malcolm Butler.
Joey's redeemed.
3 Trayvon Diggs.
Nice.
4 Brian Poole. And 5 Xavier Howard.
Oh yeah, he's been good too.
Yeah.
He's been getting lucky with the picks and stuff though. That's the only thing.
It's because he's a great cover corner and he plays opposite of Byron Jones. Nobody throws to him.
True. Yeah, I went. So Davis is 3, but I've got him as 2 overall. And in the scoring I looked at, he was 3. I got the Sear 1 just because he's been playing great. He plays every snap. And the Jets have the worst passing offense, the worst time of possession, terrible run offense. Yep. They're on defense all the goddamn time. It's perfect. Carlton Davis 2, Marlon Humphrey 3, even though he's got the Rona and the Bears this week, even if he didn't have the Rona. So it's going to be a bad week regardless. Bradbury, because I love him and he's been fine, and Troy Hill at 5. Troy Hill's been great this year too.
None of it really matters outside of I have Carlton Davis at 1 because by the scoring we use for all the COVID leagues, Carlton Davis is 1. And also I called Carlton Davis as 1 before the year. I believe with IDP Dude on the show, we were talking about our 1s for the year.
Mm-hmm. Good. What do you want? A cookie?
So Johnny, in our league, the Mayhem League.
Yes,
Johnny, in the Mayhem League, we Carlton Davis, he's the CB1 and he's the DB3.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, he's been good. He's been really good.
And you got him in like the 3rd to last round because nobody cared about him.
No one cares about corner ever. It's crazy.
Well, they should have because he's crushing this year.
Yeah. While we're on cornerbacks, I mean, it also depends on the scoring for every league, but I mean, take a look at your leagues, especially if you play in a generic like DB league, whether, so you can do safeties and cornerbacks. Take a look at how many cornerbacks are in the top 25 for scoring in generic DB. It's a lot. So people always say they don't care about cornerbacks, but I mean, you're missing out on
right. And if you do it right, you can set it up so that it's as consistent. You just got to stream you just don't leave. I don't know, Carlton Davis in against the Bears, or the Jets. That's just not going to work that way. But yeah.
I mean, if he breaks up a couple passes, it still works out.
That's true. That's true. But we were talking about this last show. Passing is up a lot. Whole lot.
As it turns out, most teams are learning analytics. It's really weird. They're going for it on 4th down. They're throwing the ball on early downs. They're going for 2. Teams are figuring out what they should have figured out years ago. And I just wish the Lions would too.
Well, they have Matt Patricia. He's a smart guy. He's actually incredibly smart, but at the same time, he's freaking stupid.
He's a rocket
stubborn as fuck. And we also got Bevel, who's actually running the offense, who is stubborn as fuck too. Yeah. It's a nightmare.
Yes. Okay, I'm moving on to best rookies. Best rookie inside linebacker. I got Queen. Who you guys got?
Queen. So I like Queen, but I do like Logan Wilson's upside. He's shown some flashes of some playmaking, but he just doesn't have enough time on the field.
Yeah, it's getting up there though.
Yeah,
he was 48% this week.
But yeah, Queen.
Yep. Sean, Queen.
No, I cheated. I on Sleeper Chin as a linebacker, so I put Chin as my top. He's linebacker and DB, and I wanted to have him and Winfield because I love them both. So
I just did slash on the safety. So there we go.
Yeah, no, I just put Chin as my linebacker. I'll have Winfield as my safety.
There you go. Okay, outside linebacker. I went Willie Gay.
He's not though. He's inside linebacker.
Nobody's lined up as an outside linebacker this year.
I mean, I guess I thought outside linebacker was edge. Yeah, I have Caleb on Chase on question mark.
Yep.
I went Alex Highsmith just because he's got a pick. He's got 12 tackles.
Yeah, okay. All right.
There you go.
It's been bad. The edge class was bad.
There's Bryce Huff too with the Jets. He's actually got a sack.
Don't.
IDP dude, did you have what'd you have on that?
I had no fucking clue. That's what I wrote down.
Yeah, no, that's
So
seems about right.
So they got.
Defensive ends, it's Chase Young, right?
Yeah, Chase Young.
Yeah.
Are there any platforms where Chase Young's considered a linebacker?
No.
Or
Not
edge?
that I know of.
No,
I haven't seen it. No.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, no, that'd be a nice answer. So looking at defensive tackles on the scoring I used, it was Derek Brown, but I refuse.
Yeah.
I refuse. So I'm going
Ready?
Javon Kinlaw.
You ready for this?
Hit it.
Don't steal mine.
Tershawn Wharton.
Yeah, that's what I put.
Ooh.
That's a bad take.
Tershawn Wharton. He plays for Kansas City. He's got 19
I know who
tackles.
he plays for.
Oh, he blew up this week too.
Yeah.
Plays for Missouri S&T.
So wait a minute. Why
Still
did
a bad take?
Joey? Why did he play so much this week? Was Nanati injured or something?
I honestly don't know. I have no idea. But what was it? Over his last
Doesn't
two
he-
games, he's played 57% of snaps.
Yeah.
So
It's
he's
weird.
in there. He's playing.
He is in there.
Yeah.
Very
So,
strange.
I mean,
Yeah. Who did IDP dude? Lanny,
Same.
Sean.
IDP dude also took him.
Yep.
So I'm going Derek Brown. I think going forward, it's still Kinlaw. Derek Brown has been super inconsistent where it's like, I'm not even talking from a fantasy perspective, like from a football perspective, he's been really good some games and really bad other games. And I think Kinlaw is just going to be the better player.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Safety, I got Chin or Winfield. Take your pick. You guys got anything different?
Chin.
I got Winfield because I got Chin at linebacker.
There you go. Corner, I'm going Trayvon Diggs. Who you guys got?
Same.
Same. I also put Jeff Okudah.
Yeah, he's been good.
I was going
too.
to say Jalen Johnson, too.
Yes, that's a good answer. Yep.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson has actually been really good too. But no, I'm going Diggs. Unfortunately for Diggs, his fantasy production has been a result of him being bad. And him being bad has been a result of him being in a scheme that does not fit him, where he's slow. That's the reality. He's a slow corner. Super physical, really good ball skills, really good at the catch point, really quick to react to routes and stuff. But if you run deep on him, if you get past him, if he doesn't get his hands on you, he's going to cook. Like he's going to get cooked. And so Trayvon Diggs has been getting a lot of cleanup tackles because Dallas is using him in off man or zone coverage. And you're just sitting there looking at it like, dude, you got to put this guy in press. If you're not using him in press, he wasn't worth your draft pick. So if that continues, he's not going to continue starting because he is not good enough in the role they're asking him to play to continue doing that.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been sick in Seattle. Just saying.
Yep, they got a lot. I mean, IDP wise, they got a lot of great corners. All right, moving on to best value. Inside linebacker. Joey, who you got?
Inside linebacker, Neville Hewitt or BJ Goodson.
Yeah, BJ Goodson actually having
Stole
a good
mine.
year. Yeah. Oh, okay. You got Goodson.
I literally put Goodson / Hewitt. So
yeah, I thought about it. I'm going with Vince Williams because I never thought Vince Williams would be decent again ever.
Yeah.
And Eric Kendricks because he did not go drafted as high as what he's doing, which is insane. Sean,
yeah.
I got Dion Jones because again,
yeah,
Dion Jones is a top 5 linebacker right now, at least by the scoring we use, and he was being drafted, 8th round of IDP, 9th round of IDP, where you're sitting there looking at it like, okay, this is Dion Jones. Like, I don't care about the injuries. We're going for it. Like, he stayed healthy and he paid off.
Mm-hmm. Neil finally played 100% of snaps this week too, so that's great.
looking good.
Let's go.
Very good news. Outside linebacker, I'm going Hassan Reddick.
Same.
Yeah, I put no fucking clue. I think because outside of your top 4 or 5 outside linebackers,
Right,
that
it's
you draft in their normal spots.
Yes.
So
Right.
again, like difference of designation here. I had Emmanuel Ogbah because he's outside linebacker on sleeper. So like for me, I think I traded a third for him, and he's just crushing.
Mm-hmm. Sean, you got to get on more than one site, buddy. That's
Why would I want to do that when it's all on one site?
Because you're playing
easy.
kindergarten fantasy. That's why. That's why.
I'm not though. It's 53-man rosters with big play scoring.
Yeah, everyone's got 10 different positions. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry you don't like the versatility of sleepers.
I like
positions.
it. I like it. I play plenty of leagues on it. I just like also super specific shit in other places.
Sure. And for me, like I think those guys should have the positional versatility because they do play defensive line and they do play outside linebacker.
All right. If you had to pick a non-Emmanuel Ogbah, who would it be?
I have no idea.
You got my answer. No.
Well, I didn't. Jason Pierre-Paul.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a very good one. Okay.
Oh, do you not like his position designation, or is that one okay?
That one's fine. Okay. Joey, we got yours, I believe.
Yeah, it was Reddick. Same as you.
Okay. Excellent. And defensive end. Now I'm going Emmanuel Ogbah.
Same here. I think I traded
you
Robbie
really
Anderson for a second rounder and Ogbah.
But one more time.
I traded Robbie Anderson for Emmanuel Ogbah and a second rounder.
Jesus Christ.
This is
I can't believe you traded Robbie Anderson.
Oh. I would have done the same thing too.
He's the biggest Robbie Anderson fan, though.
I'm not. I just got sucked into that by making you guys stole my pick in that draft, and I just had to think of a wide receiver 3 off the top of my head, and I was like, all right, Robbie Anderson, and you just.
No, we're good. We're good. IDP, dude, who's your DE?
Oh, I mean, if it's not Brandon Graham.
Oh, shit.
Who the hell is it? I have Graham and Aquara because, like I said before, he's someone that you probably didn't draft and you picked up, and he's giving you.
That's correct.
I don't know, top 12 DE numbers. So.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Graham for me.
Yeah. Yep. Big surprise. Defensive tackle, Dalvin Tomlinson.
Same.
I have Tomlinson / Leonard Williams.
I have Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
They're all good. All good values.
Quinnen Williams is the part of it for me is like he's done really well this year, but also like he has come out and played pretty close to the player that he was expected to play like as a rookie, as a top 3 pick, and everyone wrote him off after year 1. To me, that's a value.
With his
nobody knows. The dude went into an airport with a gun.
Right. I know.
And then COVID happened, and nobody knows what happened.
They were like,
one of them got dismissed. Was it the Ed Oliver one or this one?
I don't know. They're both idiots, and we don't know. It's just like, okay, it all got lost in the shuffle, and it got lost in the shuffle. I guess you're fine, and come back.
He just smiled with his braces, and they're like, "Oh, this charming young man, give him a break."
I listened to the PFF podcast, and like they were losing their shit over the same thing. Where it's like, wait. Does anybody remember what happened? It's like, no, nobody remembers. It just like disappeared as soon as COVID happened.
I completely forgot about it until you just brought it up. So
yeah, it's nonsense. It's just like, yeah, okay, like bring him to an airport
and places because of that.
Oh, really?
I thought he was gonna miss time. I thought he was gonna be suspended. I was like, whatever.
Everybody did. Mm-hmm. Everybody did, and then he didn't, which is why he was a value because he was a waiver wire dude.
That's crazy. Okay, moving on. Best value at safety. I mean, it could be a bunch of guys. I was going to say Jordan Fuller before he got hurt, but now I'm just going to say Jordan Poyer because, good value.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Sorensen.
Oh, yes.
Waiver.
That's a good one.
Good.
I put Rodney McLeod.
Ooh. Yep.
I like that one. I honestly omitted him because of the position designations. I was like, I don't know if these guys have him as a corner or safety, so I'm just leaving him out. I got Jeremy Chin.
Yep.
Because, like, yes, he's been stellar this year as a rookie, but, like, you could get him in the 6th round of rookie drafts. Like, think about what you have to trade for a 6th round pick. It's basically nothing. Like, that's a throw-in.
Yep.
Which is why in, like, IDP dynasty leagues, especially with big rosters, I love those late round picks because it's like, yeah, dude, there's safeties, there's corners, there's linebackers, all sorts of players that are just values here. And I got Chin in, I think, 7 leagues, and I didn't have to pay more than a 5th for him.
Mm.
That's nice.
Josh Jones, too, would have been an acceptable answer.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, last but not least, corners. I'm going Mr. Troy Hill. What do you guys got?
Mike Hilton.
Oh, shit. Yep.
Oh, how you feel about that, Johnny?
I feel like he hasn't played in 3 weeks.
I know.
That's
but
true.
He's
Still up there in the points, though.
Yeah, he's like the CB7. He's only played 4 games.
Yeah.
Johnny hates him.
Best abilities, availability.
Mike Hilton is the new Shaquille Barrett. Just saying.
He's the new who's the other shitty player on their team that I hate?
Oh, the Steelers?
Yeah.
Make a shit Patrick.
Yeah. Like everyone was crazy over him last year. I was in drafts where he was going as like a top 5 safety.
I love Minka. You're
like,
talking to the wrong dude here.
As a player, yeah, he's great, but as a fantasy player,
he's a playmaker. He has big splash plays every once in a while.
Right, and that's kind of the thing. You got to know what you're drafting for, and you got to know your leagues. So, like all the COVID leagues that we do big play scoring. So, like pass deflections, interceptions, sacks, QB hits, all that stuff. Like those get scored pretty highly because in real football, those things are way more important than making a tackle. Mm-hmm. So we score those highly. So Mink is going to have weeks where he has, 2-3 points and he's going to suck for you, but he's also going to have weeks where he wins you the week with, 35. And for me, you don't want to build a group of defensive backs that way. But if you're starting 4 defensive backs and you have, like 3 dudes that are like getting consistent tackles, you go in and you get somebody like Minka, and then you got your solid floor and you have your potential to just like break the league that week,
But with how much like Minka was getting drafted so high, I'd much rather just let everybody grab him and go grab like Kevin Byard.
Beyond.
Byard's what, 31 though? Is he? Or is he 27?
He's like 27.
He's in his 20s still.
He's young.
Okay, he might be
like 5th year.
27 is not that young though.
As a safety though?
It's not. It's not. There's a great article from it might be Anthony Amico on Twitter that's worth reading. Which if I got that wrong, I'm sorry to whoever actually wrote the article, but they take a look at, no, I'm serious. It's an awesome article where they take a look at age and how it affects players, right? And so most people kind of look at it as like, oh, they're going to get worse as they get older. When the reality is they like develop and then they play the same for like 4 or 5 years, whatever. And then they just fall off a cliff. So it's more like once you hit a certain age, you just flip a coin. And every year, if it's heads, you keep going at the same rate. If it's tails, you fall off a cliff and you're terrible. So guys like Kevin Byard, like that dude could fall off a cliff at any moment.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't think
I got Carlton Davis.
What'd you say?
That's a good one.
I got Carlton Davis.
Oh,
gotcha.
I had Teron Johnson from Buffalo.
Yeah. I just he doesn't play enough for me, but yes, they target the shit out of him.
I know, which is what I love. So
yeah. Yeah, that's always good. All right. So that was the mid-season awards show. Yay. All right. Moving on to steaks and salads. Here we go.
Dynasty Football Digest, your new essential site for Dynasty information. For as little as $1 a month, gain access to all that we have to offer. Rankings, trends, ADP, in-season assets, and a Slack chat just for subscribers. Purchase today at dynastyfootballdigest.com.
It's steak or salad, which is just an excuse for us to talk about something we like and something we dislike every week, because that's what this entire show is. It's us feeding our egos. Start with Mr. Tooth. What was your steak this week, sir? And salad.
Actually, you should start with somebody else because I actually missed the starter salad. The steak.
Okie dokie. Sean,
so give me 2 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, my steak is that election day is finally here, and I'm super excited about it. My salad is that election day is finally here, and I'm terrified of it.
Mm-hmm. That's an accurate steak for most of the nation, I would think. I'm trying not to think about it. I'm going to be writing my article after this.
I'm looking at it right now. This was the worst day for me to do a podcast. My head's just not here.
Yeah. My steak was another $100 DFS week, and I vanquished my enemies in fantasy. There are a couple people I don't like in the community, and when I play them, I enjoy beating them and keeping them out of playoffs where they belong because they're not good at any of this.
That's how I felt when I kicked the shit out of you this week in whatever league we're in.
Yeah, I could care less. There's no money involved. I don't dislike you, so whatever. It's fine.
I don't like
Makes
Sean.
one of us.
Yeah. IDP, dude, you got steak and a salad?
I would say the steak is getting pumped for The Mandalorian 2.
Ooh. Salad first episode. Kite dragon, whatever it was crazy.
I'm trying to think.
What's bad? There's plenty of bad.
Here's the thing: if you have to think about something bad that's happened this week, you're having a real good week.
This is true.
I would say the salad is we've had snow in Buffalo 2 of the past 3 days.
God.
Damn, already.
Log this guy off. He's in Buffalo and he's complaining about snow. I live in Minnesota.
Yeah, I know. But it's going to be 70 degrees this weekend. So
yeah. Crazy. All right, Jerry, what do you got?
So my steak is my daughter started crawling.
Oh, congrats.
That was pretty cool. Just put something and let her watch, and that's pretty cool. My salad is just the pure fear that's going to come out of this election.
How is your salad not that your daughter learned to crawl and then kicked you in the fucking face?
No, that was just I hit myself.
That was a seatbelt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It'd be a much better story if it was from my daughter, but no, I just hit my fucking self.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, salad is definitely that your daughter hates you and abuses you regularly.
No, man. I'll send you a video. I got that little girl giggling and loving me. Whatever.
Good for you, man. That is awesome. Alrighty, moving on. We're on the home stretch here.
The IDP Guys is your #1 resource for IDP information for your fantasy leagues. For as little as $1 a month, get access to all that we have to offer. Rankings, ADP trade calculator, in-season assets, and a Slack chat to get personal help all year round. Purchase today at idpguys.org.
Jonny The Greek.
Alrighty, we wrap it up with terrible betting advice that you should never listen to, sponsored by Statement Games. StatementGames.com. It is a one-of-a-kind game where you can enter prop bet style contests and rank them according to confidence. You don't even have to create an account. You can use your Google login, Facebook login, whatever. Free to play, spin the wheel every week, get more coins. You can enter our contest for the Sunday night game on NBC every week, get a chance to win a jersey of your choice, whatever team, size, whatever. There's nothing bad. It's all good. So you should be playing this. We've got the winners from this past week's contest. It was Big Dude 88, P Diddy 45, Craig Miller, who had a perfect score of 55. Congratulations, Craig Miller. Pete Mike 17 and Philip Stifle. So those names are in my little Cowboys helmet. I'm going to randomly select one. And we've got, congratulations, Pete Mike 17. You have won a jersey of your choosing, sir. So contact the guys at Statement Games via Twitter or the email or the site, and let them know you listen to the show and that you won, and you are on your way. Moving on to shitty betting advice. Okay. Oh, actually, I apologize. We've got this week's
good betting advice.
This is good betting advice here. So this Sunday night's game is actually pretty good. We got Tampa Bay, New Orleans, version 2. I don't know about you guys, but I think the total is going to be under 51.5. Tampa Bay has the best defense in the NFL, and New Orleans is beat to shit in their wide receiver core. So I'm taking the under there. I'm going to go Alvin Kamara plus Latavius Murray over 165.5 all-purpose yards, and Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones over 85.5 rushing yards combined. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I like them both.
I do too.
There were 3 of them.
I was going to say 3.
But I love the under on the points. I love the over on Kamara. The Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette over is tough for me because I took the over with the Giants, and that didn't work. So if they're not crushing them, they're not going to run the ball, I don't think. And I think they're a lot less likely to crush the Saints than they were the Giants.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of good ones here. You could go Jared Cook over 4.5 receptions. That seems likely. Same deal with Gronk. It's 3.5. Either defense.
I love the Gronk 3.5. The Gronk bets at 3.5 are great.
Yeah, that's a good one. Either defense over or under 1.5. 3.5 sacks for. Wow, that's weird. New Orleans 3.5. That doesn't make sense.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. Tampa Bay over 2.5. I could see that. Yeah.
I'll take the under on the 3.5 though.
Yep, that makes sense. But then Tampa Bay over under 2.5. I could see them going over. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's definitely close with the 2.5.
Yeah,
I'm comfortable with that instead of the 3.5 for New Orleans.
Yeah,
that's in the half.
But yeah, I mean, there's literally like 30 different statements on here. So you just pick out the ones that you feel right about, rank them in order, submit it, get a chance to win yourself a jersey. And good luck. Okay, moving on. Terrible betting advice. Last week we had Bucks minus 10.5, but then we changed it to money line right at the end. So I'm going to count it 7-4 for the season. And I'm doing the same shit this week. I don't know what the Pittsburgh line is against the Cowboys. I don't care. I'm going money line. Pittsburgh will beat the Cowboys this week. I think we can count on that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and your $100 will get you 105.
That's fine. Bet your mortgage on it.
He's said that before, and he's lost numerous times.
Well, I hope no one listens to me by this point. Whatever.
The people that we're listening to have already lost their mortgage, and they don't have internet, so they're not hearing you.
It works itself out.
Yeah, there with lipstick like Steve Buscemi and Billy Madison.
Eliminate people.
I love it. So. All right, so I mean, we gotta wrap this up the traditional way. Why don't you guys go ahead and plug your shit? Joey the Tooth. Why don't you go ahead and plug your shit, and then IDP do, and then we'll get on out of here.
All right, be sure to check out all my written content at idpguys.org and dynastyfootballdigest.com. Check out the IDP update. Try to keep a weekly waivers, injury report, who's hot, who's not. The matchup charts, me and IDP dude, we do it every week. Keep an eye out for that. And other than that, don't listen to anything Sean has to say. He is nothing but a jerk.
I'm not even going to argue with that. I've been an asshole this last couple of weeks. Sorry, idiots come at me on Twitter, and this is what I turn into. I'm a fucking monster.
Sean's just been like destroying my soul for no reason.
It's because you're a Jimmy Garoppolo fan, dude.
There's nothing wrong with that.
His email is
yes, there is.
Jimmy G forever 69.
Listen, it's all about the looks, bro. It's all about the look.
At Outlook, hotmail.com, whatever you want.
Outlook.
At hotman.com.
Hotman.com.
Love it. IDP dude, what about you? What do you got? What kind of shit you up to? What are you up to?
I lurk.
I was
lurking.
Damn it. I was really hoping you were going to say something because I was just going to say, yeah, and I'm Lanny1925 on Twitter, and I lurk with IDP dude.
I do. I lurk. And I watch all the shit show that's going on, but no, you can get me, DMs. I get a lot of them, ask questions. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. You get my weekly rankings on the IDP guys website. If you are a subscriber and I post my rankings on Twitter with a link to them and you ask me who to start, I'm going to say, look at the link that I just posted. Thank you very much.
You're like 100% for saying that every time we've had you on. That still happens, huh?
Every time. Like literally, I'll post week 8 rankings are up. Here's the link. Top DLs, top linebackers, top safeties.
Like, who do you like? This guy or this guy?
And then literally like the first response is always like, who do I start this week? Buda Baker or Jeremy Chin? And I'm like, first of all, it doesn't matter. Second of all, you can check the post that I just
right because your rankings adjust based on matchups and everything. Like
every week,
it's weekly rankings. It's
That's
who do
correct.
I think is going to do best this week.
Right.
So,
which is honestly the hardest kind of rankings, and I applaud you for that.
It sucks. So, but yeah,
love it.
Sean, I hate it. I don't want to do it.
Sean, what do you do here exactly?
All right. If you want to know what I do here, I do all the stuff that Joey doesn't want to deal with. So we manage content and we manage people, and then when people problems happen, I'm like, hey, Joey, you want to handle this one? And Joey's like, nah.
No.
Like,
no.
Okay, I guess I'll handle this one.
You got this one.
That's what I do. And I also
Sean's HR.
He also lurks.
I do lurking, and I do the podcast. I do draft scouting, which is relevant, for a couple of weeks a year.
Yeah. You write a huge article for that.
What do you do, Johnny?
Oh, I do all kinds of shit. Don't even try that.
Johnny lurks.
No, Johnny writes 15,000 words every week. That's what he does.
He does more in 1 week than I do all season.
It's one article though. If we're going by like articles
and streaming corners and 2 podcasts.
Yep.
What's your second podcast?
With Adam IDP, the DFS podcast.
Yeah, never checked it out because I don't listen to us.
Yeah, I know. You don't use any of our shit. It's crazy.
I do. I use a ton of our stuff. I just don't listen to our podcast because I don't like the sound of our voices when I'm listening to it recorded. It's weird.
That is weird. All right. Any parting comments before I give the spiel here about follow this, do that, all that?
Yeah. Fuck Jimmy G, fuck Joey the Tooth, and don't trust anything he has to say, and fuck Jimmy G, fuck Joey the Tooth.
Wow.
And he leaves.
Jeez.
It's like a mic drop.
He did. He didn't give me a chance.
All right. Any parting words for you guys?
Sean is an anus.
Yes. Sean is a pessimist and can't be wrong and is wrong all the time. So, yes. Yeah. How about you, IDP? Do anything for this week?
Live long and prosper.
Beautiful. All right. You can follow us at IDP Guys on Twitter, and idpguys.org is the website. Sign up now for the 2021 IDP Invitational. The proceeds go to fund Autism Speaks, and we raised over $2,000 for that this year, which is incredibly awesome. You can subscribe to the website for $1 a month. That gets you access to everything: matchup charts, rankings, Slack chat, where you can come in and talk fantasy football or IDP 24/7, 365 days a year. We've got the rookie magazines that come out in the off season. We're going to be doing a lot more Devy content, a lot more college fantasy content. We're going to waterboard you with content until you stop moving. So that's us.
Until you
Good
start
luck
moving.
this week. Hope the fantasy gods are kind to you, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday. Bye-bye.